Hi there, Pisces, and welcome to Sunshine Intuitive Readings. This is your 16 forecast. So I just wanted to thank everybody who is returning. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. And thank you so much to everybody who is just tuning in for the first time. And I hope that you really enjoy this reading. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me directly with your request, and that information is included in the section below the video. So with all of that being said, let's take a peek and see what we have in store for all of our Pisces friends out there for 15. All right. Okay. I'm going to be using the same spread that I've been using for the last few months, because I really do enjoy this spread. You never know. I may change it up next month. You never know. Okay, Pisces. So, in the first position here, which symbolizes fire, this is your ambitions, your force, your will. I always call it the passion card or the action card. You have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now, some people ask me, why do you use reversals? I don't like reversals. Well, I do, and that's why I use them, because they can sometimes tell a different story to the card. So the Nine of Wands in an upright position really speaks to somebody who feels that potentially there are people they can't trust in their midst. They feel like they're maybe up against a whole bunch of people who are against them. In a reverse position, it really speaks to feeling like you are moving forward with people who you can trust. You are leaving the people behind, distancing yourself from those that potentially don't have your best interests at heart. So as you move forward through the month of November, Pisces, I see you really separating and distancing yourself. You might not have an all-out, blowout war, but I do see you really focusing on the people who do have your best interests at heart and who are willing to move forward with you and explore your passions. I apologize for the jingling in the background. That's my puppy, and I can't change that. So in this position of air, this speaks to your thoughts concerning your goals, your current strategies, the things that you think about. You have the Six of Swords in reverse. Now, the Six of Swords really speaks to leaving a situation, embarking upon a new situation. It can sometimes symbolize a move of home, whether it be for a personal choice or career related. I see you really thinking about staying put this month. So this is not the month that you are moving forward and embarking on a new journey. I see you thinking about just staying put, staying where you are this month. Now, in this position, this represents water, which would be your emotions, the warm and fuzzy card, I like to call it. You have here the Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, the Seven of Cups really talks to, exploring a lot of possibilities. You have a lot of options. There's a lot of love options there. And when I say love, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship, but there are different areas of your life that will bring in that source of love, that warm, that fuzzy feeling. In a reverse position, I don't feel that you're feeling an abundance of love in your life from an abundance of areas. And I feel like you're really feeling that. I'm not saying that you have no love in your life, Pisces. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I am saying that you are feeling almost, I don't want to use the word isolated, but you have been restricted, I guess, to the love that you are feeling. So you're not feeling love from a variety of sources as you normally would. And that may have something to do with this right here, with, seeing something for what it is, seeing people for what they are, and you now see that potentially you don't have as many people in your corner as you thought you did. I almost get the feeling that people or situations were exposed, and you see people for who they are, and because of that you might be feeling a little bit reduced, I guess would be the most appropriate word, but reduced in the amount of sources of love that you're channeling. I want you also to know, though, that there are people around you, because I see here in the position of Earth, which speaks to coping with everyday life. This could be the people around you, the things around you. It can sometimes mean money, however, I'm not picking that up. But you have the Sun card here, Pisces, which is the most beautiful card in the whole deck. The Sun really speaks to that youthful glow, that childlike lens that sometimes, children have, but we can all have, the excitement of looking forward to new things, and from a very innocent standpoint. So I feel that despite you potentially having recently gone through a situation where things were revealed, you potentially can't embark upon the journey that you thought you were going to embark upon, despite all of that, you still have that optimism, you still have that glow, you still have that hope that things are going to be better. Now, in this position here, which symbolizes what can drive you into new directions, you have the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man isn't as scary as he looks, but this really talks about taking time out to pause and reflect, to meditate, to think about life. And because this is a general reading, this will apply to each one of you differently. This could be in your love life, this could be in your relationships, your health, your career. For those retired people out there, when I say career, you still have a career of retirement. And I am sure you are quite busy with your retirement career. So when you see this, it's really taking time out to think about what those new directions are that you want to explore. So I see this almost, Pisces, as it's coming together. I see that potentially you may have been traveling in the recent past down a path that didn't show you the results that you were hoping for, and it was more related to the people surrounding the situation than anything. This has caused you to, in turn, stop and not look to make the move that you were potentially looking to make. But you are now taking stock of where things are, and you're saying, okay, what am I going to do next? Where do I want to go? Who do I want that close inner circle of people to be in my life that I know truly have back and support me? Now, in this position here, this speaks to what helps you maintain your healthy and balanced lifestyle. And you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in an upright position speaks to action. It's usually action related to material things, potentially money. In a reverse position, though, I see you really focusing on yourself. So you're not really focusing on work as much, because as we know, all work, no play doesn't really lead to a balanced overall lifestyle. So I see you this month, Pisces, potentially taking time out to not work so hard and have that more balanced lifestyle. So you are spending more time with your friends and your family. You are spending more time on personal hobbies that interest you. You are spending more time on the non-work related aspects of your life. And that's great. And it kind of makes sense that you would be doing something like that this month, because as we enter, it gets into a very busy, festive, social month. So it does make sense that you are not, working yourself ragged during this month. And that makes me happy to see. In this position here, this speaks to potentially what needs to go in order for you to move forward for your higher fulfillment. And here you have the Hermit in reverse. So the Hermit in an upright position speaks to an individual who is taking time out, staying away from people, really thinking, going really deep within to think about what they need to do. And I see that even though this is what's driving you this month towards your future ambitions, and you're giving a lot of thought as to where you do want to go and what you do want to focus on and direct your energies to, I do see you realizing that you're not going to stay in that reflective mode for a long time. You can't. That's not where you need to be for your long-term fulfillment. So even though you are taking time out this month, Pisces, don't get stuck in a rut, so to speak, and go down that endless whirlwind cycle. You need to really take time out, focus on what you need to focus on, and then move forward. So don't let the negativity, if there is any, surrounding you this month, don't let it sweep you away. Let it have its moment, and then move on. In this position here, this speaks to what the universe wants you to know, what they want you to know for your higher fulfillment. And here you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Four of Pentacles in an upright position speaks to really looking after your assets, being very almost possessive in a way over your assets, and very frugal. This is mine, almost territorial with what you have. The universe is saying, let that go. Let that generosity prevail. If we hold on to everything very tightly, we will end up with nothing at the end of the day. And by nothing, I mean we will close those out that want to let us in. But if we don't let them in, and if we don't reciprocate that giving feeling, they won't come back, right? So the universe really wants you to know this month that this is a month of generosity, of giving, of not holding your cards so close to your chest, but also being wise about who you do share those cards to. So, I think the universe is really saying, even though you have seen people's true colors recently, even though you have seen situations for what they truly are, don't let that turn you into the cold, defensive person that sometimes people can become, right? You always have to open your heart to love again, so to speak. Now, in this position here, this speaks to what the universe's reaction is right now to your current state of being. And here you have the Chariot in reverse. So the Chariot in an upright position really speaks to victory. You're coming through with a big announcement. In a reversed position, I feel that you were building up in the past to what you thought was going to be the big announcement. You have had in your head that you were going to have a big achievement. You were working towards a big achievement that you were getting really excited about. There may have been a snag in the recent past that has delayed this victory, this announcement. So this could have been, and I really am getting that this is external factors, and I am getting that it is people. Now, I know that this is a general reading and it will apply to each one of you differently, but I am getting that people is the big factor here as to why something did not move forward in the way that you thought it would move forward in. And the universe is saying, don't let that get you down. We know that, but that happened for a reason. This snag has happened for a reason. So you could take time out to have that higher learning, to have that self-development. So something is on the horizon, Pisces, that potentially could be even better than what you were planning. This temporary setback has happened for a reason, and the universe has sent that to you, because potentially what the universe was seeing was you going down a path that potentially was not for your greater good and your higher fulfillment. Now, the last card here, which could potentially be the first card, to be quite honest, is the Three of Swords. And this represents the foundation for the entire spread. So I feel truly, Pisces, that you had your heart broken in some area. So something that you were aspiring for just didn't work out. So this could be, and I feel that this has already happened, but I feel that, something that you had were either a long-term wish, a career aspiration, a relationship, a friendship, health, something just didn't work out. And that's why we're seeing all of this. The universe is saying, take some time out. Let's think. Let's regroup. Where do you want to go, knowing what you know now? And let's move forward. But at the same point, the universe is giving you opportunities this month to not close the door on everyone, because there are still a lot of people around you who want to give you light if you let them in. Now, I always pick 2 bonus cards in readings just to kind of give me an overall sense and feeling of the reading. And here I have the 2 of Swords, which is quite interesting because I feel that potentially you may have been blindsided. The 2 of Swords speaks to hidden factors, things that are unknown. So you have been trying to make a decision in the past, Pisces, based on information that you thought to be true, but it wasn't true. There was hidden factors that you did not know. I feel that those hidden factors have come to light for the most part, which has created this loss and this feeling of you were going down the wrong path. In this card here, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. Now, the 6 of Wands in an upright position talks to victory. You're walking through, you're showing your accomplishments. In a reverse position, again, something was delayed or terminated in some situation. So this could have been, a medical treatment that you were taking and it didn't work out. It didn't produce the results that you were looking for. It could have been a job. It could have been a relationship. And again, it's general. It will relate to all of you differently. But the key message in this whole reading, Pisces, is that the universe does not want you to give up. They want you to open your heart, keep your heart open, keep your mind open. And I feel that you are doing that this month, Pisces, because you have the Sun card. And this is the most beautiful card in the deck. One of them, I feel. Very positive thinking, very positive influences, because this showed up in the Earth position, which speaks to the things that are surrounding you right now and helping you cope with everyday life. So despite the heaviness of what have recently happened here, and you potentially have had to have given up on a dream or an aspiration, despite all of that, you have a lot of positive energy still surrounding you with people and support. And the universe is saying, take some time out, but there's a lot of love around here for you to take in. And I also see this as a very creative month for you, Pisces, because this is an opportunity for you to really think about, what do I want to do? What do I want to do is the question, Pisces. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself? And what's going to make you happy? So this is actually a really cool month, Pisces, because you get to think about almost reinventing some aspect of your life. And that's always exciting. It can be scary, but it can be exciting. And I see whatever you're thinking about by the end of this month, Pisces, it's going to get you really excited and really pumped about the new year and all that the new year will bring. So with all of that being said, Pisces, I wish you the best of, I hope you have an extremely happy holiday season. And until we see each other next time, keep your head up, keep smiling, and enjoy that sunshine.